in the future you will be able to save and replay memories.
I think almost all cars produced will be autonomous.
I don't think we're going to have a choice.
The future is going to be weird.
In conversation with Joe Rogan, Elon made an astonishing prediction, stating that with the help of his Neuralink device, humans won't need verbal communication to talk to each other anymore. Hence, all communication will become telepathic in the next 10 years. Take a look.
You would be able to communicate very quickly and with far more precision, and language would, I'm not sure what would happen to language. But you could probably, in a situation like this, you would be able to just, it would be kind of like the Matrix. You want to speak a different language, no problem.
Right.
Just wire it or just download the program.
Well, you'll be able to interface with each other in some sort of a non-verbal, non-physical way, where you will transfer data back and forth to each other without having to actually use your mouth and make noises.
Exactly. So,
how many years before you don't have to talk?
If the development continues to accelerate, then maybe like 5 years, 5 to 10 years.
That's quick. That's really quick.
That's the best case scenario.
No talking anymore in 5 years.
Best case scenario. But 10 years more like it.
Elon also predicted that, in the future, we will be able to save our memories, just as we save a video game, and we'll be able to recall those memories anytime, including all the sensory experiences from the past. Check it out.
You could also save state. And
save state?
Save state, like save your brain state, like a saved game in a video game.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, you could save state and restore that state into a biological being if you wanted to in the future. In principle, there's like nothing like from a physics standpoint that prevents this. Now you'd be a little different, but then you're also a little different when you wake up in the morning from yesterday, and you're a little different. In fact, if you say like you 5 years ago versus you today, is quite a big difference.
Yes.
So you'd be substantially you. I mean, you'd certainly think you're you. You could recall everything, just like it's a movie. Including all the entire sensory experience.
Emotions. Everything.
And play it back.
Well, if you thought that prediction was crazy, then wait for the next one, because Elon blew us away even more during the Neuralink presentation. In response to a question during the presentation, Elon stated that not only would we be able to save memories and consciousness, but we'd also be able to download that into a robotic body, meaning that death will become completely meaningless. Don't believe us? Well, take a look.
Another question from Twitter, will you be able to save and replay memories in the future?
Yes, I think in the future you will be able to save and replay memories. I mean, this is obviously sounding increasingly like a Black Mirror episode. But yeah, essentially, if you have a whole brain interface, everything that's encoded in memory, you could upload. You could basically store your memories as a backup and restore the memories. Then ultimately, you could potentially download them into a new body or into a robot body. The future is going to be weird.
Quite interesting, huh? At the World Government Summit back in 2015, Elon Musk predicted that humans will become a multi-planet species in the next 50 years. And ultimately become a spacefaring civilization very soon. Check it out.
I hope we are out there on Mars and maybe beyond Mars, the moons of Jupiter. I hope we're traveling frequently throughout the solar system, perhaps preparing for missions to nearby star systems. I think all of this is possible within 50 years. And I think that would be very exciting to do that.
Adding to this, Elon just recently stated that SpaceX will be able to land first people on the surface of Mars in the next 5 to 10 years.
When do you think SpaceX will land a human being on Mars?
Best case is about 5 years. Worst case, 10 years. Earth's been around 4.5 billion years, and this is the first time in 4.5 billion years that it's been possible to extend life beyond Earth. And that window of opportunity may be open for a long time, and I hope it is, but it also may be open for a short time. And we should I think it was wise for us to act quickly while the window is open, just in case it closes.
Elon once again stunned the audience with his predictions when he spoke at the Governor's Summit. He predicted that automobiles will become fully autonomous in 20 years, and having a car with a steering wheel would be like having a horse. Check it out.
I think almost all cars produced will be autonomous in 10 years. Almost all. It will be rare to find one that is not in 10 years. That's going to be a huge transformation.
But if you were to say go out 20 years, overwhelmingly things are electric, autonomous, overwhelmingly.
Fully autonomous?
Fully autonomous.
So no one will have to touch the steering wheel if there is one?
There will not be a steering wheel. In 20 years, it will be like having a horse. People have horses, which is cool. But
So having a regular car will be like having a horse. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, yeah, and there will be people that have, you know, non-autonomous cars, like people have horses. It just would be unusual to use that as a mode of transport.
Yes. All right.
Elon has also made some astonishing predictions about artificial intelligence. He says that AI will exceed human intelligence by a substantial margin, and therefore we must make sure that AI development is properly regulated.
If you assume any rate of advancement in AI, we will be left behind by a lot. And so then, you know, even the benign situation, if you have if you have ultra intelligent AI, we would be so far below them in intelligence that it would be like, you know, a pet, basically.
Cat, that's what I was
Like
thinking.
a pet.
Cat.
Like a cat.
Elon
Like
the
a house
cat.
cat. Yeah, it would be like the house cat.
Right.
And so if you have something, if we create some digital superintelligence that exceeds us in every way by a lot, it's very important that that be benign.
I'm very close to the cutting edge in AI, and it scares the hell out of me. It's capable of vastly more than almost anyone knows, and the rate of improvement is exponential. If humanity collectively decides that creating digital superintelligence is the right move, then we should do so very, very carefully.
On another occasion, Elon stated that due to AI and autonomy, there will be mass unemployment as robots will be able to do almost everything much better than humans. Therefore, a universal basic income will be introduced and free money would be given to unemployed people.
But what to do about mass unemployment? This is going to be a massive social challenge. And I think ultimately we will have to have some kind of universal basic income. I don't think we're going to have a choice.
Universal basic income.
Universal basic income. I think it's going to be necessary. There will be fewer and fewer jobs that a robot cannot do better. Now, the output of goods and services will be extremely high. So with automation, there will come abundance. Almost everything will get very cheap. I think I think we'll just end up doing a universal basic income. It's going to be necessary.
Anyways guys, if you want to see more interesting Elon Musk videos, click the video right above.